Hello everyone, welcome back to King's Quest V. So I wanted to show you one other thing that I was made aware of by a viewer who is in the know in the previous videos. We're back here, I was at the front of Morak's castle, and Cedric's not here. That's nothing to do with what I wanted to show you. I actually just wanted to show you can actually get this far without Cedric. You can actually get almost to the end of the game without Cedric. So if you want, you can leave Cedric behind on the Harpy Island, and he will presumably die of his injuries. But yeah, you're not actually obligated to save him until the very end of the game. Anyway, so I'm here. So let's go back down here. What I did is I got all the way here without the crowbar. So remember that crowbar that we picked up when we arrived on the beach? This time I made it all the way here without getting the crowbar. So let's see what happens now. Around this corridor without falling off. Alright, so we're here alone now without Cedric, but we still have the rusted grate, and we can try to get it open. Still can't budge it. And, oh, who's this? Oh, I didn't have time to look at it. So yeah, if you're here without the crowbar, then this happens. That big blue thing picks you up. I think even in the hint book for this game, it's just called the Blue Beast. It's not given any more specific name than that. Yeah, so there's a mouse or a rat that goes into that hole there, and that is kind of a clue that, yeah, you can look inside the mouse hole, and you can see Graham sees a small moldy piece of cheese inside the mouse hole. So what can we use to get it? We can't quite, I think Graham's fingers are not quite long enough. Yeah, Graham can almost reach the piece of cheese inside the mouse hole, but finds his hand too large to reach very far. Yeah, these, Graham's hands were not necessarily made for such delicate work. Well, okay, let's be fair. At least it looks like a fairly small hole. So, yeah, what we use is we just use the fish hook. And with the fish hook, yeah, the fish hook did the trick in retrieving the piece of cheese from the mouse hole. So now we have the cheese. Green mold covers the small piece of cheese. So, okay, fine. So we got the cheese. But what else do we do here? I mean, there's not really much to see here. We can see a damn crusty grate leading to who knows where. There's water dripping down strands of slimy vegetation hanging from the ceiling. Can we drink from it? No, this is not life-giving water. So what can we do here? I mean, it seems like we're kind of stuck here, right? Are we in fact stuck here? After observing no discernible escape route from the small cell, Graham sinks to the floor in despair, knowing he will never see the light of day again. Cheer up, Graham, at least you're not alone. What do you mean you're not alone? He is alone. Unless you mean the mouse. I guess he's got the mouse to keep him company. So yeah, this happens if you make it to that screen with the grate without the crowbar. And I never knew about this either because, you know, the crowbar is very obvious. I mean, as soon as you get to the beach, you can very clearly see it there on the ground, and it never really occurred to me. I never thought, hey, let's see what happens if I don't pick up the crowbar, if something special happens if I get all the way here without it. So, thanks to Morak's organ, the user calls themselves Mordak's organ. That's the name of the person who made me aware of this. So yeah, thanks for letting me know. So the Blue Beast will catch you outside that screen with the grate if you don't have the crowbar. You know what this kind of reminds me of? It reminds me a little bit of something from the very first King's Quest, like the original King's Quest 1. Some of you might remember in the very first King's Quest game, if you get caught by the witch, she will typically put you in her jail cell. Like she's got a little like jail or prison cell in her house, and she'll put you there first when she catches you. And when she puts you there, you don't die right away. Like you can actually walk around within your cell and you can actually look at things and try to type in commands and the game will respond. And it sort of gives you the impression that you can do something, that you might be able to somehow get free. But then after about a minute or maybe half a minute or so, the game says, try though you might to escape, your efforts are in vain. And then it's clear, it's like, oh, well, hey, we're stuck here. So it's kind of funny how Roberta Williams kind of did that with some of her games. Like she sort of gave the impression that you might be able to escape if you wanted to, but then after a while, the game tells you, actually, no, you're not getting out of here, you're stuck here. So it's kind of like that. So in a way, it's a little bit confusing. It might be a bit misleading because you might think you can do something here, but no, this is actually the game's way of telling you you can't get out of here, but it doesn't tell you right away. It waits like a minute and then it just suddenly you die, like, you know, put die in quotation marks. He doesn't actually die. He just kind of, well, I guess he will eventually die if nobody comes to feed him. I'm going to guess that it's not like a real jail cell where somebody comes and brings you food periodically. I think he's probably just going to be left here to rot, so he probably will die in a few days. But anyway, so yeah, thanks again to Morak's Organ for letting me know about that. I will go ahead now and restore to where we were, which was here, where we met Cassima. That's right. So let's explore here and see what lies beyond the kitchen where Cassima is working. Oh yeah, and speaking of Morak's organ, I guess that's this right here. A hideous yet fascinating pipe organ commands attention as Graham walks through a downstairs hallway. So yeah, the user named themselves after this construction here. So we have two distorted figures of bird-like women who flank both sides of the monstrous pipe organ. I actually think they look like angels, in my opinion. They seem like fairly normal angel statues to me, but no. Or else they're kind of like the winged ones from King's Quest VI, which are basically angels anyway, I guess. So yeah, can we play the organ? Graham watches in horrified fascination as the grotesque organ begins to magically play a weird tune all by itself. Make it a little louder. Except here, instead of playing the organ plays itself. In Soviet Morak Island, organ play you. So, that has absolutely no purpose whatsoever, and in fact it's probably not a good idea because it alerts people that you're here. It usually causes Morak to show up just as he's doing now. So... poor Graham, Morak shows no mercy. Well, why should he? He's evil, and we are kind of trespassing inside his castle. Alright, so, yeah, bad idea. Don't play the organ. Do not play the organ because it will just draw negative attention to you and probably get you killed. We do want to run into somebody else here, though. So this is the dining room with a massive dining table before a large ornate fireplace. Statues of weird birdmen line the walls of the immense dining hall. Okay, here we go. So there we go. A large beast rushes toward Graham with hatred in his red-rimmed eyes. Can I? Oh, I tried to put the hand on it, but... okay. Alright, so this is exactly what we just saw, except... this time will be different. So we do still want to... we do want to get that cheese. Let us not forget the cheese. That is actually quite important. And now we just wait. So like last time, we just wait around, but this time the game shouldn't kill us. It should cause something to happen in just a moment. Come on. Come on, we don't... oh, there we go.
Hello.
What? Princess Cassima, where did you come from?
From the labyrinth. I spend a lot of time down here, you know, with my friends.
Friends?
Yes, like Dink and Sam. I don't know if you ever saw Sam or not. Anyway, I found this loose stone once that led here to this cell. Now come on, you'd better get out of here.
So yeah, she's actually friends with Dink, the creature from whom we got the hairpin. Okay, so, and I don't know who Sam is. Maybe Sam is the blue beast. Probably not. Anyway, so remember I said that we'll have to go through this labyrinth again, but the next time won't be so bad? This is why, because we can actually just follow Cassima. Cassima knows the way out, and with every screen transition we see her, we just have to follow her. I think if you wait too long, like if you're really slow or if you dilly-dally too long for whatever reason, then she will get ahead of you and you won't see her anymore, and then you have to find your own way out. But even if that happens, you know, like I said before, the labyrinth isn't that bad, but as long as you're just fast enough to keep up with Cassima, then she'll just lead you right out. So this is pretty easy. It's just follow the white rabbit. All right, here we are back at the exit. Okay, so that's done. So we are back here. I'm going to go ahead and save again. Back in kitchen with the cheese. If we needed cheese that badly, maybe there's probably some kind of cheese somewhere here in the kitchen that Cassima could have given us. But anyway, all right. So we do not want to get caught by the blue beast again because I don't think Cassima will bail us out a second time. I'm not sure why. Just if she must have heard that we got into the prison cell, but if we get back there again, she won't save us a second time. So what we need to do is not get caught by the blue beast, but to get maximum points in the game, I think this is optional, but I want to do it because I want the maximum score if possible. The beast to show up, first of all. I always hated this part. I really don't like it when things in games just randomly pop up. Like, this is also what I didn't like about the first King's Quest game when, you know, you're walking around and just suddenly there we go. So you hear the music change before you see the beast. Okay, so what you do here is you use the peas. This is time for a little bit of slapstick Three Stooges style comedy now. There we go. A large beast lies knocked out on the floor. All right, can we frisk him? Search the body. Graham wants no part of this beast. This is no time for conversation. All right, so let's go ahead and save again. So yeah, I just hate this, specifically this part of the castle, because I don't like it when just baddies just suddenly pop up and start chasing you. That just kind of annoys me. All right, so knocked out blue beast. I don't know if it will show up again. Like if we leave and come back, it's gone. So presumably it wakes up from its knockoutedness and goes somewhere else. And then if we, oh, okay. Well, I guess that answers my question. I wasn't sure if it would come back, but obviously it does. Okay, well, this will give me time to test my theory. Is Cassima going to rescue us now? I don't think she will, but let's just see what happens. Let's just wait for a second. Does the game kill us now, or does Cassima show up a second time? Don't think she does, but I actually am not sure. These are all the kinds of things that I never really bothered to... I never really bothered to find out because it doesn't really matter that much, honestly. Like, it doesn't matter too much whether Cassima comes a second time or not. You don't need to be here a second time. You can just restore your game. But, is the game gonna... Or is it literally just gonna have us stand here for... Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah. I mean, why doesn't Cassima just come a second time? She must have known. If she found out the first time, she probably found out the second time that we're here, so why not just come and rescue us? All right, whatever. Anyway, okay, so knocking out the blue beast like this, I mean, besides, looking somewhat amusing and giving you some extra points, it also has the important function of giving us a now empty pea bag, a brown empty sack. And that is very useful for our next encounter. Ah, it's already here. So this black cat is kind of random. It doesn't always show up. It's just, it's kind of random if it appears. This is also optional. You don't have to deal with the cat, but if you do run into the cat, I think you need to deal with it. You can just walk past the cat, but I think if you just walk past the cat without dealing with it, it will tell Morak that you're here, and then you can't win the game because Morak will show up a little later and kill you because the cat informs him. So let's see. His claws look awfully sharp. You! How did you get here? I have journeyed far, over land and sea. Never mind, your journey is now over. And that's it. We just messed ourselves up. We can't win now because in a moment Morak's going to show up. So yeah, that is it. Oh, well. Goodbye, King Graham of Daventry. I actually don't know what he does to Graham. Graham grabs his throat when Morak does this, and it's like, is he somehow strangling or choking Graham with a spell, or does he just, I don't know, or does he just cause Graham to have an extremely erotic sensation in his neck that requires him to you know. Anyway, oh, the cat's not here now, as luck would have it. So you need to do two things. Come on, man. Yeah, the cat is optional. If you don't see the cat, you can just skip it, and I don't think there are any negative consequences for doing so. You just miss the points, but I want the points. So you can't just go after the cat with the bag. You have to distract the cat first. So let's go ahead and toss the fish to the cat, because cats do love fish. That is true. I can attest that cats do, in fact, love fish. And now while the cat's busy with the fish, just bag him. All right. The cat struggles in vain inside the bag. It wouldn't be wise to carry around the cat. Okay, so let's go ahead and save that again. Let the cat in the bag. It's not really let the cat in the bag. It's more like forcibly put the cat into the bag. And yeah, in case you weren't sure, that cat is Mananan, of course. I don't know why Mananan can speak as a cat now in this game, because I'm pretty sure he couldn't in King's Quest 3. When you turn him into a cat in King's Quest 3, he doesn't say anything, but here he suddenly can speak, so I don't know if he just kind of magically, maybe Morak cast a spell that made him able to speak. I have no idea. Anyway, okay, the cat's in the bag. Let's get out of here. Let us continue on. The cat also shows up in this room, I think, sometimes, but an odd figure of a bird-like yet reptilian woman. Curiously, Graham looks at the strange figure. There's nothing of use here, though. Okay. Strange foyer filled with so much bizarre oddities. Yeah, there's nothing you can do here. The cat, I think the cat and the blue beast will show up here sometimes, but we've already dealt with the cat and the blue beast is not here, so. Okay, good. Now we're upstairs. So up here, despite the threatening looking demeanor of this skeleton with the hands coming out of it, we're actually relatively safe up here. I'm going to save one more time. I know I'm saving a lot, but and I say safely upstairs, not because we're completely safe here. Morak will still show up here if under certain circumstances, but the blue beast does not show up here, so we're safe from the beast, and we've already dealt with the cat, so we should be safe from now on. The only thing we need to worry about now is Morak. So let's just quickly check over here what we have in here. So we found ourselves in a large room filled with many unusual contraptions and magical implements. Graham's heart feels like bursting when he notices his family imprisoned within a large glass bottle sitting upon a corner table. Hey, check it out! It's a family! Tears come to Graham's eyes as he sees his beloved family and castle held captive inside a large glass bottle. Looking at his frantically waving family inside the glass prison makes Graham's heart break as he realizes his inability to save them from their terrible predicament. We can just pick them up and take them home with you, Graham. Come on, I mean, you found them. Why are you so unhappy? You've found them at last. So, hot coals burn in an open pit fireplace, built against a side wall. There's a chimney there. Yeah, most of the things here you can't look at or interact with. There's these weird kind of heads or something on the wall, but you can't use those either. Up here, there's not much up here except this machine. Graham has no idea what Morak does with this strange contraption, but it couldn't be good. Inside the lower portion, a foul-smelling liquid bubbles while two dangling spiked gizmos hang on a massive yoke above a couple of flat iron platters. So, figuring out how to use this machine isn't that difficult. I mean, if nothing else, you can just click everything on it. Just click your inventory stuff on it until you find something that works. So, we'll do that later. This machine is actually going to be very important in just a second. But for right now, we can't do anything here in this laboratory. So I'm gonna actually, can I walk off the edge here? No. Actually, it doesn't seem like it'll let me. All right. I was just curious if this drop would kill Graham, but it looks like the game won't let me fall off the edge deliberately. All right. So we'll go back there in just a bit. For now, let's check out what we have here. Okay, this is... Yeah, these are the bizarre furnishings and horrible figures in Morak's bedroom. It is a little bit, a large grotesque bed occupies one corner. What's grotesque about the bed? It's just got some red sheets on it. Doesn't seem that grotesque to me. Strange statue of a winged woman. This close more. Maybe Morak has some weird fetish for winged people. Seems like a common theme here. All right, can we sleep in the bed? The thought of lying on that horrible bed is totally revolting to Graham. All right. All right, I don't think there's much we can do here now. Let's see what we have down here. Ooh, a library. Many books and scrolls line the shelves of Mordek's libraries. Graham looks over them over, however, he finds them mostly unintelligible. Let's take a look. Can we... Since most of Mordek's books and scrolls are beyond Graham's comprehension, he wisely decides to ignore them. That is a good idea. If you don't understand something, just ignore it. That is wisdom. All right. There's this thing up here. I don't know if it's a threat, but you see that eye in the top of the door? It will start to follow you. Like, it will keep looking at you. I don't know if it actually is like a security camera. I always had the impression that it's like a security camera, so I like to hide out of sight here. But just before we do that, let's see, large tome lying upon a corner desk attracts Graham's curiosity. Yeah, signaling from the game. Let's go ahead and look at this. This looks interesting. Graham wonders what the symbols mean. All right, that is important. You do need to do that. That's very important that you look at this book and see these 4 symbols here. And somehow just having seen them gives you the ability to use them, I guess. So, all right, so like I said, I like to hide up here just because I feel like the eye sort of acts as a security camera and reports her position to Morak. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's totally irrelevant. Actually, let's try it. Let me just try. I'm just curious. Let's go ahead and save here and just see what happens. In view of the eye, does being here actually cause Morak to teleport in here and kill us, or does it not matter? I think it doesn't matter, but I actually always hid there in the corner, and you know, when the eye doesn't see you, it closes, and so I always hid there just to make sure that the eye doesn't see me, but I don't think it actually matters. I think even if we stand here, Morak won't catch us, but let's see. You do have to wait here a little bit, and I don't know. These kinds of puzzles, again, puzzles in quotation marks, kind of annoy me because there's not really a puzzle here. You just have to wait. And these kinds of things we just have to know, oh, you're just supposed to wait in this room for an hour. Okay, not for an hour. I mean, yeah, it's obviously much less than an hour, but oh yeah, okay. So it is actually okay if the eye sees us. So you can see through the open doorway, Graham can see the wizard lying in his bed. Yeah, okay, so it's fine. So the eye can look at you. It's all right. All right. Well, now Morak is sleeping. Morak lies asleep on his huge, horrendous bed. But what have we here? Morak's wand lies temptingly upon the small table near his bed. Do we dare give in to temptation? Yes, we do. All right. Got Morak's wand. All right. Can we... No, let's not rouse Morak from his slumber. Let's not bother him. Can we talk to him? Graham wisely decides to keep his mouth shut. That is indeed... Okay. That is indeed an act of wisdom. So, here we go. Morak's wand glows brightly with restrained power. Okay, can we use his wand? Graham waves Morak's glowing wand, but nothing happens. Could it be that Crispin was right, that wands only respond to their owner, like a pet? Well, that's a good hint. And now that we've... Hold on, who's this? Is this... Oh, hey. Special thanks to Robin Bradley and the rest of the QA staff. Is this a bust of somebody who worked on the QA staff for the game? I guess so. Oh, this is a window. I didn't realize that's a window. Okay. All right, so we have Morak's wand, and now we are ready to use this machine. So what the machine does, and again, it might not be obvious at first, but you can kind of figure this out just by trial and error, just by clicking random things on the machine. Basically, it's an energy transfer machine. You put the 2 wands on these metal platters here, and then it will transfer the energy between them. So we need to suck the energy out of Morak's wand and transfer it to Crispin's wand, because Crispin's wand will trust us now because we've been on this whole adventure with it, and the wand has sort of gotten to know us. And you trigger the machine, oddly enough, with the cheese. I don't know why. I guess there's some chemical reaction that happens with the stuff here. Graham tosses the moldy cheese into the machine's bubbling liquid. There's obviously some kind of chemical reaction with the mold on the cheese or whatever that causes the reaction to start. And again, it's not obvious, but you can just figure this out just by clicking random stuff on the machine until something works. This is how a lot of early point and click puzzles work. You just click everything on everything. Just literally just do the everything. Click the everything on the everything until something works. So. All right, this is total mad science. I'm going to turn it up a bit. Total mad science, just like an old Frankenstein movie or something. All right, so Mordek's wand now barely glows. Perhaps its power is weakened, while Crispin's old wand now appears completely energized. Now, very important, quickly grab Crispin's wand while you have the chance, because in a moment you won't be able to anymore. And here we go.
What's going on here? I'll take care of you, you swine.
Gets it. Graham, I've heard from Crispin. Just all of a sudden, Cedric shows up like this. Yes.
What the? What have you done to my wand? You thinking it with me, little man? Ha! Let me show you a thing or two.
Let's go ahead and save here.
It's the final showdown.
See what happens if we don't do anything. Okay, that's it. So, he doesn't seem to do anything, he just sort of hugs Graham, and I guess he hugs Graham to death. So yeah, I guess Mordek just somehow just can pull his wand toward him, like he seemed to just be able to make the wand sort of magically fly into his hand. Yeah, so this is where you need Cedric. If you get all the way here without rescuing Cedric from the Harpy Island, you can in fact get this far without doing so, and then Mordek zaps you with his wand and kills you. Instead, it just so happens that Cedric flies between you and Mordek, and just at that moment when Mordek tries to zap you, he zaps Cedric instead. And so Cedric is now here on the floor, and we survive that encounter. So that's it. This really is the final showdown. This is where we need to use those 4 things that we saw. Those are 4 spells. So we click the wand on Mordek, and we need to just select the right spell. So the first one's fairly straightforward. He's a dragon or something, and we become a tiger.
Why, you little...
Okay. Now Mordek's going to transform again. Okay, now he's an actual dragon. So let's just see how he kills us. Alright. He just vaporizes us. Like, he doesn't even, like, burn Graham, or, like, Graham doesn't even turn into ashes. He just completely gets vaporized. Like, wow. Okay, so, that's interesting. Why did the game insert this huge gap between... That's odd. Don't know why that happened. I guess maybe something to do with the apostrophe? Weird. Okay. Anyway, okay. So, first spell is the tiger. So, at the beginning here we go on the offensive. But the tiger can't fight the dragon. The dragon is too big and powerful for the tiger to fight. So, for the second encounter, we need to go on the defensive and become a rabbit. So here you see there's like a man mixed with a rabbit. So you click on the man rabbit.
You think you're so smart, don't you? Well, I've got you now.
Oh yeah. I love this music. Say goodbye, swine. Let's go ahead and save the game. And let's just see what he does. I assume he just bites us. Yes, he does. All right, so what do we do now? So we've been the tiger, we've been the rabbit. I guess it's probably not a good idea to rain on the snake. That might not help. It might not be immediately obvious what this animal is. This is actually a mongoose, which is known as one of the few animals that can actually tangle with snakes, with cobras and things. So let's go ahead and become a mongoose. And yeah, I guess this is a real thing. I mean, I guess So, if this is the way you want to play. All right, and this is it. This is his final form. This is Morak's final form. He's a ring of fire. And obviously we don't react. Then we just disappear. Yeah, so I guess, I don't know what is the plural of mongoose? Is it mongeese or mongooses? Mongeese or mongooses are so fast they can actually react to cobra strikes, and so that's how they can kind of avoid getting hurt by snakes. All right, and then at the end, very straightforward, we become a rain cloud. Or no, we become Graham and create a rain cloud. Sorry.
Well, love is a burning thing.
And because Morak was fire, we killed him by extinguishing him. So that's it. We've killed Morak, but what do we do about the family? We need to kind of... Now why won't you work? Oh, Princess Cassima. Well, I did it. Morak is dead.
Dead? Are you sure? Maybe he's only trying to trick you.
He's dead, all right. He turned himself into a fire, and I put him out with rainwater. He'll never bother anyone else ever again. But now I have a bigger problem. I don't know what to do about my family or my castle. I don't know how to turn them back to normal.
After all you've been through, there must be a way.
That's very idealistic thinking. There's always a way. There's actually not always a way. Oh, hey, look who it is. Crispin!
I have the solution to all your problems, Graham.
Really?
While you and Cedric were gone, I did some asking around and found out that your son, Alexander, had the dubious distinction, if you may, of turning Morak's brother, Mananan, into a cat some time back. Obviously, this deed angered Morak, who could do nothing about it, since this particular spell could only be undone by the actual perpetrator, your son. It doesn't take a great genius to figure out that Morak took your family and castle in revenge, and to try to persuade Alexander to restore Mananan back to his old self. I did discover, as now I see, that your castle and family were miniaturized and imprisoned inside a glass bottle. I did some research and found the spell for turning everything back to normal. Now watch.
I don't know why I'm giving Crispin a New York accent. That's not really... doesn't really fit, I guess, but...
Hocus pocus! Aliokus!
Hey! Look who it is. It's... people. Valenice! My children! My joy knows no limits! Aw. Hug.
Oh, Daddy, I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, Princess Cassima, how could I forget you? Come over here, because you're like family now. Because you broke me out of jail once. Let me introduce you to my family. This is my wife, Queen Valenice, my daughter, Princess Rosella, and my son, Prince Alexander, who started this whole mess. All of you, this is Princess Cassima from the land of the Green Isles. Without her, none of us would be standing here now. She bravely saved my life.
My lady, I am deeply in your debt, and I'll make it up to you. With your permission, I'd like to travel to the land of the Green Isles to see you.
Boy, Alexander is on the ball. Alexander is right on top of it. As soon as he sees her, he's like, hey, let me visit you and let's... Whoa, look at Alexander, man. Look how smooth this guy is.
All right, now that we've done the formalities, let's get on with the business, shall we?
Man, Alexander is just, he doesn't miss a move.
Higgledy-piggledy-poo! Be assured that your castle is right back where it belongs, and the right size, too. But now, it's time that everyone return to their homes, with my help, of course. Alakazam! Alakazoo! Alakazebra!
Wait, what about Cedric?
What? Where is Cedric?
Over there. Morak may have killed him. Is there anything you can do about it? Yeah, he's dead. Can you do something about that, please?
Let me think. Ah, yes, I think I know. Abracabara? No, abracadora. Now, what is that confounded word? Oh, yes. Abracadabra!
Crispin!
Cedric, it sure is good to see you again.
Likewise, I'm sure.
All right, enough is enough. Too much sentimentality, let's get on with it. No more hugging and kissing, let's just go home. Okay, Cassima, let's send you home first. Wasn't that the land of the Green Isles?
Yes, that's right. I can't wait to see my parents again. Goodbye, Alexander. Perhaps we'll meet again.
You can be sure of that, my lady. Before you send us all home, Crispin, I just want to thank you for all your help. And you too, Cedric. I wouldn't be standing here with my family without you two. I'm deeply, deeply grateful.
All in the day's work, my boy. All in the day's work. Right, Cedric?
Right, Crispin.
Okay, back home you go. Alakazam, Alakazoo, Alakazee! Or Zed in Canada and other countries as well.
Well, there she is, our happy actually, I don't know who's speaking. I'll assume it's Graham, and we're all safe and sound once more. Let's go home, shall we? Yeah, I think that is Graham speaking. Yeah, let's. Oh. In the voice version, she says, yeah, let's. In this version, she says, yes, let's. The end. What? 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 No. No. How did I miss 4 points? Seriously. Not even joking. How did I miss 4? No. That's impossible. I did everything. I did everything. Where did I miss 4 points? No way. No way. Hold on, let me look up a points list. So I'm just gonna let the credits roll. While the credits are rolling, I'm looking at a points list online just to see if I might have missed something. I am very sure that I did everything. this music. This is the music, of course, from the elf mine. I'm still looking at the points list. Sorry, I'm actually not watching the game, but it's still just the credits. I'm reading like literally everything that gets you points in this game just to see if I might have missed something, but I am again. Yep, I did everything. I am very sure that I did everything that gets you points in this game. And somehow the game cheated me out of 4 points. Well, my disappointment is immeasurable, and my day has been ruined. I hope you're happy, King's Quest V.
256 out of 256 possible. 264.
That's just wrong. You are wrong and incorrect, sir. At least the music's alright. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? The music in this game is nothing to complain about. I love the music in this game. Again, okay. I will maintain that I don't like the point-and-click interface. I resent this game for the fact that it was the game that got Sierra onto the path of using the point-and-click interface instead of the text parser. That's what I don't like about the game. Most people don't like this game because they have the CD voice version and they don't like Cedric's voice. And people mostly remember Cedric's voice acting and say, wow, that Cedric is really annoying. Now, Cedric is supposed to be an annoying character because he keeps getting himself into trouble. He keeps getting caught. He gets caught by, by Queen Isabella. He gets caught by the Harpies. He almost gets himself killed here at the end, although he saves our life in the process, obviously. And he often refuses to follow the dangerous situations. Like he refuses to go into the desert. He refuses to go into the dark forest. So I think Cedric is supposed to be like a coward. He's a cowardly character who keeps getting himself into trouble. He's like that hapless sort of comic relief character who keeps getting himself into trouble and he keeps needing to get rescued. But in Cedric's defense, it's not really his fault. Like, what is he supposed to do? Not going into the desert is just an act of self-preservation. And then that he gets caught by the wolf in the mountains. What's he supposed to do? It's not his fault. This music too, the bandits dancing music. Oh yeah. Get down, get funky. Go, cat, go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like that riff. Sorry, I'm just like that cat from that video, that cat that's jamming, that's vibing to the guy's music. I'm just like that cat. I'm just like, oh yeah, head bob. So yeah, I really think that Cedric's refusal to go into the desert is a very reasonable act of self-preservation. He would have gotten himself into even more trouble if you just followed Graham wherever Graham went. So I don't think that Cedric is a coward. I think that he is actually a fairly wise old owl, and he's smart to not get himself into dangerous situations as much as possible. Okay, right at the end there, to fly in the path of somebody with a loaded wand was a little silly, but I guess he was kind of nervous there being on Morak's Island, which is understandable, I think. I don't have any problem with Cedric. The problem I have with this game is just the point and click interface. That's what annoys me. How long does this music go on for? I'm waiting until the music stops looping. It goes on for a while. Okay, that's it. I think that was, yeah, that's the end of it. Now the music starts to loop. All right, can I quit? Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. So we can save or restore. Can we actually save the game here? I guess we can. We can save at the end. Let's go ahead and quit. All right, that was it. That was King's Quest V. So like I said, other than, I mean, for me personally, I don't like the point and click interface, but otherwise, I have nothing bad to say about this game. Like I said at the beginning, the graphics were absolutely revolutionary for the time. The graphics were state of the art. The music is mostly great. I mean, it's not like every single tune in the game is a total banger, but you know, the music is mostly very good. The plot, okay, the plot is maybe a bit contrived. It's the usual sort of King's Quest fairy tale kind of plot. Could it be better? Sure. It's not the greatest story on earth, but it's very serviceable. I think it's a good enough story. I do like the way it ties in with King's Quest 3, sort of creates continuity with Manannan becoming a cat in King's Quest 3. And of course, it also sets up the plot for King's Quest 6, which I maintain is the best King's Quest game. And if you want to see me play King's Quest 6, like I've said before, I did play it with her crabbiness. The Let's Play is on her channel. I'm not going to do it again because what's the point? Everything I have to say about the game I already said in that video series. So yeah, all around, great game. Love this game. Nothing but good memories about this game. And even today, I think it stands up well as a decent adventure game. It's not the best game in the world. It's not even the best adventure game in the world. It's not, you know, it's not necessarily life-changing, especially today. It probably was life-changing when it came out in 1990. But today, if you play this game, okay, it's not going to change your life. But it's still a great adventure, which I think holds up very well today. So that is my opinion. And I am done here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for coming along with me on this wonderful journey through King's Quest V. I hope that you've enjoyed, and I will talk to you folks another time. Until then, goodbye, fare thee well, and yeah.